All is well, my brother.
Yeah, man, everything up.
May I ask you a question? Because I'm not really certain how you think go. But where you live? You live at Jamaica or you live overseas?
I live at Jamaica and I live overseas, man. Me dey half of my time at Jamaica, half of my time I
All
make.
right, then. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question. The life where you live in America, with all
England,
of this
England.
England.
Yeah.
All right, you see what going on in England right now, where them are trying to run all of the immigrant them out and them are say the immigrant them are thief them jobs and all them something. You see all of that where going on, right?
Yeah, man, I see.
All right, as a Jamaican immigrant in a them people a country,
Yeah.
how you feel about that way going?
Me can't feel good.
All right. When you left Jamaica and to go to England, you go over there to seek a better life, correct?
Not really, me come over here to get an education to come back to contribute to my society, but so
Which is in turn to facilitate a better life, correct?
yes, everybody want a better life, my G. Everybody.
All right. Well, all right. Me have fast your business a little bit, my boss. If you feel uncomfortable answering, you don't have
No,
to
man,
answer.
you good.
Yeah. How long now have you been in England?
Since me a 16-year-old, me a 34 now.
34 now. So,
Yeah.
all right, you say you went over there to seek education so you could contribute back to your country. All right, now.
Which I am. Yes.
You are. I have to appreciate that because we all contribute to our country in a myriad of ways. And I am not one of those persons who believe that just because of somebody's political affiliation, they are one way or the other way. Because the truth of the matter is the only reason that you would be on this live at this hours of the morning. Because England, they know, right? Or they are Jamaica.
Yeah, man, almost afternoon in England.
Almost afternoon. So in the middle of the day, you're upon live and you speak towards what you think is for the better of Jamaica. So obviously, you are well thinking and want better for Jamaica. And I have to appreciate that. Zane? No.
Yeah.
When you see how persons leave Jamaica to go out there to seek betterment for themselves, whether it is to be better, to come back to contribute or whatever, for them to be able to, for the average person to be able to garner any form of prosperity or any significant form of prosperity, they believe that the best means to do so is to seek greener pastures outside of the country. How do you think that translate to the level of prosperity that is available in the country?
So, all right, may I go answer a question this way. And yes, may I go agree with you, say, there's a lot of things, because I did say it this morning, that there's other things that can be done. But we have to look into things. And remember, say, Jamaica, no gold, no oil. We have to sort out with human capital. That's how we are going to make money. See, the blueprint have been laid. Even though a lot of Jamaicans see it, the blueprint are being laid to facilitate these things in our future. We've had many years, 60 odd, well,
To
50 odd years.
facilitate what specifically? What are you? Because to say things is very broad. What may I ask if you can pinpoint like
Facilitate a better
explicit.
Jamaica. So we are seeing it in our infrastructure. We are seeing more jobs coming on stream. We are seeing more businesses moving in a Jamaica. So
Hold on one
our
second, one
future.
second. Let me address. We're going to go in at each point. You say infrastructurally, you say Jamaica better. All right. Which infrastructure you say Jamaica better?
So we are starting to build up a road network. Like me say, we have 5 hospitals coming on stream probably over the next 7 years or so.
So,
See,
all right, okay. Hospitals, all right, road network. I must give it to that. The major roads in Jamaica have been developed, or have been continued, or there has been continued development under the Jamaica Labour Party on the major road network. The minor road network, not so much. The minor road
so,
network is
so,
in
so we
shambles.
can so we can speak to that. So
Speak
2019,
to that.
hold
We
on.
can
So,
speak to that.
so 2019, the government would have announce, and you can go and check it out. It's on the Observer, just Google it. 2019, the government would have set aside some $40 billion for build out a thing what them call the Spark program. The very next year, the pandemic came, so they had to divert that fund. Right? We never know when we'll come out of a pandemic, and stuff like that. However, there is the Spark program is in fruition now. They are in the consultation period now. They are acquiring a lot of stuff. What you call the period there?
Capital, investment capital and them something. I know about it still, but we keep on talking about what should be. We are talking about what should be and what is hoped to be. We are talking about the infrastructural things that you say have been developed now.
Yes.
Because you made mention of several hospitals to be built that have not been built.
No, 3 of them start already, Triple.
All right. Okay. Start build already, but we are talking about what is already implemented. Can we speak about the availability of resources or how under-resourced the hospitals that are already there are right now?
Okay, so we can speak to that. See? So like me say, funds had been diverted because of the pandemic. We have gone through 19 years of no growth. And in order for to upgrade these things, Triple X, we did have to grow. We never did a grow, so we literally couldn't buy nothing.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you really and truly believe that nothing at all was done under the 19 years of the PNP?
No, there have to be something that was done. But what we we can see.
Because I am giving you, I am giving you, you see, anything what the JLP do, I commend them for it. But we have even though we commend them for it and we are happy for it, there is a lot more that could have been done. There's a lot of mismanagement of resources, a lot of mismanagement of time.
We are getting into that, but may I apply something out to you, Triple X. So here we go on now. Some hospitals would have been built under our colonial masters' time. See? Those hospitals were built to facilitate a certain amount of people. Because remember, Jamaica would have grown population-wise over the years, right? So those hospitals could have only facilitate a certain amount of people. Now, the Jamaica Labour Party would have built in the 1960s. See? I believe 5 hospitals, Savlamar, Cornwall Regional, and few others.
Sir, you are going to go on now. Let me tell you something. We understand what the past is, and the truth is, if you don't know your past, it's in the future.
No, me just point something out to you. So wait, hold
on, sir. Hold on, 1 second. What I'm saying is this. Anybody that was in parliament or set doing any major role in a government in the 60s or the 70s are no longer in parliament today.
No, me just point something out to you.
Sir, hold on 1 second. So if we're going to speak about what was done from them personally to come judge the people in a parliament. No.
Listen to me and tell you, Triple X.
Hold on, because you talk about hospital development, because you're talking about major, say the hospitals were built from our colonial masters and what was done in the 70s and 60s. The last major expansion done to the public sector, to the public hospitals in Jamaica was done under the People's National Party. So if
you can't say the last because since this government coming up power, they have upgraded several hospitals and I believe 45 health centers and clinics and put in infrastructure. But me land it plain.
We're talking about to the major.
We are reason, me just land and give you my point. So the hospital them would have built over the years for facilitate a certain amount of persons. The governments on both sides never seek to expand them while the population are growing. Today we are now having bed space problem, and this not start happening 2016. We have bed space problem from the 1990s. See?
All right. So when was the last major expansion?
The only problem is
the last major expansion for bed spaces done in hospitals?
Hold on, Triple X. Bed can be bought, but where them are gonna put them?
All right, that is why I'm asking, where was the last major expansion that has been done on any of the public hospitals? Public hospitals, I talk about like KPH, I talk about like National Children. under which government was the last major expansion done to increase bed space and to increase the services available at the facility? Under which government was it done?
So listen to me, I tell you now. The last major upgrade that would have done is happening in now under this government.
To which hospital?
To every hospital. See?
No, me ask specific.
There's even work. Hold on, there's even work slated to start. Hold on, triplet. There's even work slated to start right now in Sablamar to expand the Sablamar Hospital. There's the Cornwall Regional Hospital have been basically rebuilt. Behind that, there's a children's hospital with a burn unit that is almost done as well. See, town was broken for the Spanish Town Hospital. See, KPH, I go get a new hospital. I'm gonna move it. Ground broke feet already.
All right.
Just to mention that Chapelton Hospital has been rebuilt.
Hospital has been completely rebuilt under this government. Maypen Hospital.
What are these? These are minor hospitals as well, you know.
No, it no matter them. I watch a place.
Hold on, sir. As me say, me I talk about major hospitals that are taking on the blunt of the healthcare needs of the country. These hospitals that you're talking about are like hospices. They are not like full hospitals. Even though they have the name hospital, they are not.
Morning, Triple.
Yes, sir.
You see, we understand the reasoning, you know, and how you are coining these things. But you need to remember that most of the major hospitals are in Kingston. Jamaica is not Kingston. Listen. We always try to focus on major hospitals that are in the city areas. And we act as if Kingston is Jamaica. When a Chapelton hospital that serves over 60,000 people was closed down and now rebuilt, having more room space and machinery, can take on more work. That's a plus.
And it ease up space off enough for hospital them when people have
when you see a Maypen hospital that got major renovation under the PNP, that's for sure. But since COVID, we would have seen more rooms, would have seen more storage, would have seen even operation that was never done at this hospital because of the machinery that it has gotten.
All right.
Those are plus.
And remember,
let me finish, please. When we see over 60 healthcare centers being renovated and retrofitted, that's a plus.
I'm not saying that it's not a plus,
right across the island.
And I must commend the Jamaica Labour.
When we see a KPH that so many people say that it needs development and upgrading, many people is not saying that yes, it is happening. The development and the upgrading is taking place at KPH. And I challenge you, Triple, to go to KPH today. Maybe you haven't been there for a while.
Me can talk now?
Go there and tell us the experience that you have.
Can I talk now?
Sure.
All right. For those who do not know, my degree that I have a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. You understand? I graduated from the University of Technology in 2013. Even though I'm not practicing in my profession, I have been in all major. I've worked or I've done internship in all major hospitals in around Jamaica. You understand me? I say? Now, based on my experience, my personal experience and what I have seen in these hospitals, and I've many of my batchmate, people that graduated in the year before me, people that graduated within my year, people that graduated the year after and the year after, that I am in constant dialogue with always, because I'm very close with my batchmates. You understand me? I say? And I hear their plight and I hear their plea, and the majority of them are seeking greener pastures overseas. A lot of persons who really and truly are very patriotic and would want to stay in Jamaica.
The system not perfect for them. The system not perfect, but we are.
Nobody's not saying.
Me can say something too.
Shut up again.
Hold on, Patel. Hold on, Petal. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
All right, miss, if you don't
So,
understand, can you please Google the meaning of hospice before you come on. But I still didn't get a chance to talk.
All right, Petal. Make you get a rebuttal now.
Me
Give a
can get a
rebuttal,
chance to
Petal.
talk and finish my talk. For the
Yeah, man.
lady, I didn't come here and shout in off on nobody. Me never come here and not try to tear down nobody. Me I beg you, please, if we have a reason like adults and take out the political
me,
animals out of
me
it. So that's a
agree.
reason.
Me agree. Me can say
Okay?
something.
You see? All right, never shut up again. Me
What?
can't talk.
Go ahead, Dark Knight. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So greetings, manners, and respect, everybody. Me think the only way we're gonna achieve common sense and common understanding if we listen to each other. Me hear what Triple I say. Me hear what I say. But what the reality what Triple I accept is that health is expensive globally. No matter where you go around the world, government all over the world are struggle with health. There is no perfect healthcare system anywhere in the world. Okay, so that's one of the big major, and that building hospitals, paying doctors, nurse, it's expensive. Yeah. Also, one other thing is we can't keep looking back to say the 18 years PMP did this, Manley did this, Siago did this, Siago did that. Face the reality is the youngest voter at 18 now, born in a 2006. PJ left office 2006. So
Dark
we have
Knight.
to.
Let me say
No,
something.
I'm
Let me
not
just chime in.
dispute. I'm
I
not
know me get a
dispute.
chance to
Let
talk.
me just
You
chime
know,
in.
Let me just land the plane and get back to you. Me not dispute say we not look back. We should look back. And PMP wicked. Me not lie. JLP can do better. Yes. But the reality of the matter is, where is the plan for the current PMP? Them say them want manage Jamaica. Where the plan there?
All
That
right.
me I
So
go ask.
let me chime in
Mm.
and
Mm.
then
Mm.
hold
Yes.
on.
Excuse
Let
me,
hold on
um,
me. I go
excuse me,
chime
start
in. Then we go to
somebody
triple X and
stop
then
me
we
from talking.
come on me.
I know me get to make my point, I
No,
want to
hold
add
on
the
triple
point
X.
that has
Let
not
me
been
just
put
point
out
something
here.
out. So the system of Jamaica itself, and a lot of Jamaicans sat while the People's National Party completely obliterated all our services there. See, when Andrew Holness took government in 2016, Jamaica was on its knees. Infrastructure, healthcare, financially, security, everything, it was on its knees. Peter Bunting, security minister, gave up and said we have a divine intervention we need. He gave up from that position. See? A
Question.
lot. Go
All
ahead.
right, hold on. So we keep on a segue onto new points. Back to the point I would have talked about to the hospital. I wasn't saying that because you were saying you were the one who pointed out infrastructural development. We talk about the road and we move from this. So you mentioned about hospital developments and then something. And I was just trying to make the point that, and then you were the one who brought up about the hospitals that were built from colonial times and then some. And then I asked you, when was the last major expansion done on any of the major hospitals in
The
Jamaica?
last expansion PNP did was Maypen Hospital, I believe.
Under PMP, the entire all the wards down towards at the back of KPH, the four-story building around there with all the numbered wards were built under PMP. Over by Edwina East and West was fully renovated under PMP. The renal unit was created under PMP. The intensive care unit was expanded and changed and upgraded by under PMP. The operating theatre at KPH was expanded and taken over the entire first floor under the People's National Party. So I am not saying that what the question I was asking, because you said that nothing was done under
No, may I talk about that? I
stuff was
said,
done there. And I can see,
I
but
said
hold
the
on,
triple X that I can't say them
hold
never do nothing at all. Now that
hold
me
on,
say,
hold on. I'm not saying that they didn't say they didn't do anything at all. I'm just pointing out that. And then I can also accept that the Jamaica Labour Party is building clinics and hospices. Hospice does not mean it doesn't only mean like end of life care. That's not what it means. That's what it has been translated into. That's what it's been used like a colloquialism to refer to. But hospice care is somewhere that you go for comfort care. There's no major surgeries done or any major procedures done at a hospice. All of these clinics that are created, are, if there is any major surgeries or major medical interventions to be done,
But
they will have
You
to
know,
be
normally do surgery.
within
but Chipper,
or
but Chipper, but
okay.
Chipper, Chipper, Chipper.
Yes, sir.
Um, is it a case? Is it a case? You're saying that this government, right, have not been because I want to know where you stand so we can have the debate as to how we should have it. Are you saying the government of Jamaica at this time, right, are not doing as much
As they could.
for infrastructure for the
As they
prosperity of
could.
the people, right, to move forward um, in healthcare?
I honestly believe, I think that the government has been complacent over the last few years. I think that
All
they
right.
have done a lot, but I do think that there's a whole lot more that they could have done. I think that
All
they've
right.
failed in several
I-
areas.
all right. Since you answered that question, I just wanna point out something that you see, sometimes we put so much expectation on a government, which is under strain, and we make it look as if it is more possible than it is. Because remember, anything you do, anything at all you do can either increase or reduce inflation. And if inflation reduce too much, it can affect a country. And if it go up too much, it can affect a country. And I want to bring you back between 2010, between 2010 and 2016.
Yeah.
Central part at this point, remember, the hospitals were crying out and said we are overburdened. And the Ministry of Health at the time has to start beg for the people to go to the local clinics to get services because the hospital could not manage it. What this government came in and did was to start work on our infrastructure in the health service, both clinic and hospital at the same time. Kudos. If we could just, be a little bit more patient with them. Because as we said, yes, we need more bed space and all of more bed space, more bed.
All
And
right. So me
to
will give
get
that
more bed,
to
we need more bed space. But at the same time, him have to also find a way to remove the burden from the hospital because we're not hearing the hospital crying out of too much burden now, It's more a political cry than really inside the hospital, Because remember one time the servicemen and women in the hospital itself used to come out and cry out. No, you don't see that. It's
So
more a political
me
cry
give
now.
that Chipper a floor now. But Chipper, before you take a floor, let me just point something out. $21 billion have been set aside to upgrade health facilities across the island, with some 4 billion of that budget being spent already. So when you hear Mark Golding and them I say 21 billion to build 2 hospitals, 21 billion have been set aside to facilitate the upgrading of all health facility island wide, with 4 billion being used out of that budget already. Go ahead, Triplex.
All right. As I was saying, I am not disputing the fact that the Jamaica Labour Party has not done anything. But to say that we have unrealistic expectations from our leaders that we have voted in the power to do what it is that for us to not expect our leaders to do what we voted them in power to do, or not to perform to the standard that we expect them or to exceed what it is that we expect them for. That is ridiculous. That is like you are saying that you hire somebody to cut your yard, paint your yard, and rake up your yard, and the person only come rake up the yard alone, or cut the yard alone, and do everything. And you say, why? Me have to sue him, and me go allow him make him pay and just continue the work over the time, because he never really do what he was supposed to do in the specified time. But me just give him another chance, because at least he has done 1/3 of what I have hired him to do. We have to understand this. The persons to be pressured is the government. They are who we're supposed to pressure. So if JLP is doing, if PMP is doing foolishness, we pressure them. If JLP is doing foolishness, we have to pressure them. There's no get out of jail free card. There's no loosening of the straps, or there's no okay, everything is all right because you tried. You understand?
Me can chime in. Me can chime in. Father X. Let me just say something here. See? And no one to listen keenly. 168 police stations being upgraded. A lot, probably about 20% of that was closed down under the People's National Party. 11 brand new police stations are being built, with 3 in Westmoreland. Westmoreland alone I get 3 because we know crime stay down there. See? Some 300 buses with the first 100 on the island already. 68 of them, 68 of the older ones that was there before upgraded and retrofitted. They are now back on stream. See? $10 billion have been put aside to start a rural bus company like the JUTC in a Kingston. See? Like I said, 5 brand new hospital. And by the way, if you go up on Christopher's Instagram page, you will see all of the new equipment, them CT scan, dialysis machine, all of these things are being bought and being presented to hospitals island-wide. New ambulance have been bought. New fire trucks have been bought. 400 police vehicles, 200 police bike, 6 brand new naval vessels, 6 brand new helicopters, bringing the fleet of helicopters to 7, bringing the fleet of naval vessels to 7, 22 new speedboats for patrol the seas and run down coke vessels and jugs and gun vessels. And we can go on and on.
Sir, you see, everything that you're talking right now, everything that you're saying right now, that is the job of the government. And the PNP had done that under their tutelage too.
They did not do that. That's a liar.
They never had the money to do that. They didn't have the money to do that.
Miss, me can say something without you attack me, please.
A lie. No, you talk a lot, and
Moderator,
they did not buy no
Allow him. Allow him. No. We can rebut him after. Hold on, no better. You know, allow him. We can rebut him after. Make him listen. No, man,
this is a jail people.
Hold on, no better.
Give me a chance to ask Chipra a question. Give me a chance to ask.
Let me talk first.
And then classic.
So me say first before you ask the question, please just answer what the man say, please. You see? So the man, he spoke about everything that was bought or that is being bought. He spoke about fire trucks. Fire trucks were bought under PMP. He spoke about police vehicles. They were bought under the PMP.
We did not have any vehicles. We did not call police station. People couldn't get no vehicle.
Miss, so are you telling me that under PMP government?
They did not. While they had some vehicles, they did not have much vehicles.
Miss, can I finish speaking, please? Are you saying that under the PMP government for the 13 years that there are 18 years that are 19 years that they were in?
John,
you're telling me that
John, you're going to go down and you talk about jail, all right?
Can I please make my point, please?
Hold on, we can rebut him after. We have a fax in us. Just relax.
Are you saying that the PMP, under the PMP, the police were patrolling on donkeys and the firemen were going to...
We were short on vehicles. Understand that?
Miss, can I say...
Understand this. We have a rebut him after. Just make it stay.
Miss, if we are here, obviously when you add things on, you are going to accumulate more. There's nothing wrong with... And I said I commend the Jamaica Labour Party for the efforts that they have done. But all I'm saying is that you are stating these things as if that's not their job. That to do is like you are saying, okay.
And we're glad they're doing it.
Yes,
we're happy that
I am also
safer now. And we have the money, can buy the stuff.
Miss, are you saying to me that Jamaica is safer now, today, than it was in 2000?
Yes.
Can I say something now, please?
I know this is something that you don't want to hear, but it is.
All
We're
right,
getting
he's
there.
safer
A
now.
vision,
Crime is
Statistically
not.
a
Can I,
speaking,
vision is
yes,
in
yes, yes.
place.
I
So,
It's
still want to
happening.
say
It is
something.
Alright,
happening.
Okay.
hold on, guys. I'm gonna start
Triple.
mute people now. Go ahead, Triple X, and then Classic come in.
No, me done talking. Me done
Alright, go
talking.
ahead,
Yeah,
Classic.
man. So triple. You mentioned that you have some. I don't even remember if you say bachelor's degree, something in medic.
Yeah, my bachelor, I have a bachelor's in registered nursing.
All right. So here it is that you have a lot of connections, and the connections tell you that they want to leave for greener pastures. Did any of the connections tell you that there is upgrades taking place in the facilities?
I know that there are upgrades taking place in the facility.
You know that, but being that they tell you that they want to leave for greener pastures, are they telling you that there are upgrades taking place just as though you'll be having these conversations with them? Are they telling you that, hey, we are getting upgrades? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. I know, yes, I've noticed that.
Have any one of them told you that the Southeast Regional Health, Sarah, has gotten 5 brand new ambulances, and not only that, they were retrofitted by our people in Jamaica? Have you learned that?
No, I did not, sir.
You know, you're a media personality, and a lot of people listen to you. I would say millions right across the world.
Yeah, I know.
And for sure, I said this when you left the platform the other day. So many people listen to you, but when many questions were asked, you said you don't have that information. But then again, you'll be spewing information that you believe, and as such, people will be running with what you say.
Because,
No, hold on. Let me land.
Because you're trying to develop a straw man.
Let me land.
Because I did not
Let
say
me
it to
land.
you.
I want to land. Just the same as how you are land. I don't want to crash land, brother.
Excuse me?
No,
No, I said
no,
I want to crash land. I want land.
All right, go on.
Yeah, man. So, just as though you come with the information that you have, and you give it to the people right across the world, not knowing all the information and giving the correct information, then I think Jamaica is going to be seen in a negative light. And at the end of the day, you are doing this because you're batting for your party.
Batting for my party?
Yeah.
For my party?
Your party.
For my party, all right.
Yeah, you would have revealed, you would have revealed before. You would have revealed, not on this program, but the program you were on a few days ago, that you support the People's National Party.
We can talk?
Yeah, man, sure.
No, here we are going on. I am not registered to any party. You understand?
But I support the Jamaica Labour Party. Well, I am registered. I won't say I'm not registered, but I am registered. But many people are not registered to a party and they support a party.
Can I speak? Can I speak? As I said to you, I am not registered to any party. But the truth of the matter is, I have seen I've seen the doctrines of both parties, and based on what I see from the Jamaica Labour Party, I cannot subscribe to that. The Jamaican Labour Party believes in individualism. You understand? And individualism cannot help the masses. While some persons are able to pull themselves up from the bootstraps, the government is not here to look and say, okay, you need to be an individual and pull up yourself by a bootstrap. The reason for governance is there so that they can provide for the helpless and the hopeless and to create opportunities for persons to reach and to grasp at. I am not saying that the Jamaica Labour Party does not.
I want to say something. I have to rebut this, this individualism. When Portia Simpson Miller was stepping, when Portia Simpson Miller lost when Portia Simpson Miller lost the election and she was stepping down, I can call some names.
After classic rebut,
Please,
We're
make
gonna
me
have Patel.
finish.
So hold on, Patel. We soon
No,
have
man.
you. Just get classic at time. Make him talk to Chiplex, and then you
So
can.
here we talk about
I'm not allowed.
individualism.
When you keep on muting me, I'm not allowed to land my point. When you
Here
shut
it
me
is
up and
that we
tell me to
speak
allow
about
other persons to land my
individualism.
point.
I will say
Don't
where
mute him.
when Portia Simpson Miller was
I mean,
stepping,
I get a
when
chance,
she
sir.
lost
Can
the
I get a chance
election,
to land my point, sir?
she lost the
To land my
election,
point.
and
Can I get
after
a
she lost
chance?
the election,
Hold on,
she
classic.
was
We can
giving
rebut
so
him. Just
many
hold the
people,
point. Hold the
so
Okay,
point.
many
can I get a chance to
individuals
make my point,
higher
please, sir?
position,
Classic.
even though she was leaving
Classic.
office.
Classic, hold on, classic, hold on.
Classic, we are gonna rebut him. Just make him land in plane, and then you have a floor. Then we are go to Patel. Then we go to Jeremy.
All right, here we are. May I try to
The
be
rogue.
tame as I possibly can in another discussion. I can really and truly don't want it to be
Jerome,
involved
sorry.
in an argument or a shouting match or anybody disrespecting anybody, because I personally, I'm not going to disrespect anybody, and I really and truly do not want to be disrespected.
No, we have a civil conversation, man. No
Okay,
disrespect not supposed to go on.
all right, thank you very much. No, as I'm saying now, individualism is not something that can work in a democratic society and a democratic society. There have to be social safety nets put in place to facilitate the persons that are the poor and disenfranchised. We have to understand. Excuse me?
No, may I say good morning to somebody? Go ahead.
Okay. Now, as me I say now, the gentleman who spoke about the 5 ambulances that were retrofitted by Jamaica, that whoever done it in Jamaica, or I don't know where it come from, but you say it was retrofitted in Jamaica. Thank you for that piece of information. I did not know that information, but not because I did not know that information. That does not mean that 5 ambulances, I should look and say, okay, the Jamaica Labour Party is doing their best because they gave 5 ambulances to the
To
hospital.
one health authority, to one. So I not just 5 alone, and whole it more buy, but a one health authority get 5.
Under
Under
every
the
government.
PNP, they never have none.
Sir, don't say the PNP never buy none, sir. Don't do that, sir.
That health authority under the PNP, they never have none.
So you're telling me that under the PNP, people, that means the chart, if you go for pick up people,
Yes,
you tell me?
yes. Because you're going like said
There
the
was
18
no
years was a
ambulances
better
there.
road. People
All right,
was
here we are.
suffering.
Hold on
I
now.
am not saying that the PNP was a bed of roses, miss.
Alright,
I
may I
am
beg you
Not
floor
a
now?
bit,
May I
it
beg
here we
you
are
was
floor?
going.
worse.
Here we
It
are
was
going.
worse
The
off.
PNP, all right, hold on,
Those 18 years were
miss.
worse off.
In the 18 years of the PNP, a lot of whole heap of foolishness go on. I can give you that. Whole heap of foolishness go on, whole heap of corruption over there, whole heap of mismanagement. I can give you that, and I am admitting that. You understand? And I accept that. I am not saying that it's not there. I'm not the type of person who's going to come here and say, oh, PNP is older than the one. PNP is the best thing that ever. I'm not going to do that. I am pointing out the foolishness and say PNP did a whole heap of foolishness too, a whole heap of fraud go on, a whole heap of mismanagement, a whole heap of
Alright, we get the point. We get
Hold
the
on.
point.
I said,
Hold
but
on.
the PNP is not, miss, the PNP is not in power right now. We are talking about what is going on right at this current moment.
Alright, give me the floor now.
Dominated by political.
All right, Jenks, make it roll the thing proper now.
Yeah, man,
Who
and that
get
may I
the
try.
floor and
May I
get
have to start kick off people off my life now, because
Make it
everybody.
roll the thing proper.
Triplex.
Patel, if you have the floor now.
Hold on, Classic did ask him something, and then Patel take a floor. So go ahead, Classic.
All right, thanks again. So, being that way, you spoke of individualism, and we remember when Mrs. Portia Simpson Miller was demitting office, and there were lots of media personalities that were getting some high position in the JCDC. Wasn't that individualism? Wasn't that speaking to individualism, sir?
Cronyism, two different things that.
Oh.
Individualism.
So which one is worst?
The two of them are equally bad. I'm not saying that it is right.
No,
Listen,
right,
it even
sir.
shows, it even shows that, as I said, you are batting for your party.
So also I accept that what you're saying. I accept that what you're saying is correct. So how am I? You're acting like me. I tell you.
At the same time, the
Classic,
PNP
you act like
owns,
you're not butting for your party.
at the same time, the
Right.
PNP
Classic,
owns the media.
Patel the floor now.
PNP owns the media.
Excuse me?
But
The
when
PNP
you talk
owns the
about
media.
individualism, you're talking about self-reliance and all of that, right? And that is something that Michael Manley preached, right?
Marcus
So,
Garvey.
Hold on.
Michael
Stick up
Mann, we
in.
did talk about being
Everybody
sexual
stick up in just
Reiterating Marcus Garvey's
hold on,
doctrine.
Triple X
yeah, and the
Philippine.
PMP took Marcus
Stick
Garvey's
up in
doctrine.
right there. Make we
But
give Patel the floor now. Come in, Patel. I mean Petal, sorry.
Triple, come in back because you're in ghost mode. You have to come in back, Triple.
Me I see him,
We
me I
lost
see him.
Patel.
Me just
Me I
mute
see him.
myself so I can listen to the
Patel
people.
I
Must
said,
We
Patel I
lost
No,
said.
the
Patel.
people in the comment not seeing her.
We lost Patel.
All right, hold on there.
All right, may we go at Jerome.
Actually
Come in
muted.
now.
I
We go
actually
at Jerome,
muted so I
sorry.
could hear everything what everybody is saying without the
Mr.
feedback.
Triplex, Mr. Triplex, I am a former member of the Jamaica Defense Force Coast Guard.
You cut me
I
off.
associate
Me don't
myself
know.
with
Listen,
no
guys, I'm on the
political
highway.
party.
Me
Jerome,
You hear
can't
me?
hold
have the
on.
phone.
Hold on, Jerome.
Hold on.
Hold on, Jerome. Go ahead, Petal.
I'm saying I'm on the highway, so I can't have the phone on my hand for much longer. But I don't know if you guys heard what I was saying.
Yeah, we
Triple
hear, we
X
hear.
come up here and talk about JLP parties. Him can't support them just because of individualism. That's what him say, right? Him admit that lots of corruption took place under the PNP. Somebody need to hold him to task. List them out. Make him list them out. Him not concern a party that is corrupted, that Jamaica was stagnant under for 18 and a half unbroken years. And him okay with all of that. All we
Patel,
sit
under
down here,
8 years, they were right
huh?
there, man. Under 8 years, they were right there, man. So, it really not make your point, not really valid. Under 8 years, they were right the way
What is
more.
about
So
you
it
can?
supports a party
Under
that
8 years, they
one
were right
thing
the
comes
way
up to
more,
say
way
that
more.
give
Also,
fishermen the
well,
responsibility to guard
To
the coastline.
watch our shorelines. Fishermen you want. Disrespectful.
All right, Petal.
Corrupted.
All right, Petal. Now we move to
Answer
Jerome.
Miss Patel, sir.
Other
Mr.
person.
Moderator,
hold
sir.
on, Triple.
Can
Hold on, Triple.
can I answer Miss
Hold on,
Patel
Triple.
first, please?
Hold on, Triple.
No,
Because
let
Jerome,
I
Jerome
press me, I'm gonna
finish.
answer it,
All
you
right,
know.
all right.
Press
Triple,
me.
you can't answer two in a one. All right.
Hold on, sir. Hold on, because you're going to miss a
Let
point.
Jerome
Hold
go
on. Let
now.
me
Let
just answer
Jerome
something.
go. A
It's
long
not going to
time
take a
now.
minute. It's not going to take a minute. Let me just say something right now.
Let Jerome go first because he has been waiting for a long time
But
now.
Patel just said something to me. Where me, I must make Jerry go first.
Just
And the
make
woman
your
just said
point
Go,
and
something
go,
let
to
go,
Jerome
Triple,
continue.
talk.
All right, make him go
Jesus Christ,
finish
man.
it. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, as me I say, for the lady we are talking about, say me for list out corruption. At the end of the day, as all I'm saying is this: the PNP is not in power right now. I am willing to accept because I am not political. I am not a political
The
person.
political, yeah, but then go back in, even though you know so then
All right.
corrupt and stagnant. Just you
Okay.
can't fool
All
All
me.
right.
right,
The
Patel, well
PNP
said, well
was
fast.
Exactly,
Patel, calm
Petal.
down, lady. PNP was corrupt. 9 years later, 2 years later, we are facing corruption again.
Where?
We are
Show
still
us the
facing
corruption
corruption.
because according to Transparency International, there's less corruption. No, you're
Jesus
telling me that
Christ.
corruption body is wrong.
All right, hold on there. Less
Very
corruption
much
Let's
so.
means
check
no
the
Very,
corruption.
data. Come,
Hold on,
very
check
you
the
much
ask the
so.
data when
question.
Very much so.
Ask the
talk about
question.
No
corruption.
Miss,
international body can.
Hey, unlock, come off
why
of
are you
this.
telling me
Shut
that
them out
less?
before me take
No,
you
no,
out.
no. Philip,
You know, I'm
make
going to pause before
we
them
go that
attack me
way there.
again.
Make we go that way there. Make
All right,
we keep
go
it
ahead.
civil.
Go ahead, Jerome. Go ahead.
All right, Sir Triple. As I was saying, I'm a former member of the Jamaica Defense Force Coast Guard, and I was serving while the People's National Party was in power. Points of note: I associate myself with no political party. I consider myself as a progressive, meaning that I do not lean to a party and say I consider a party. But let me say this: we have three patrol vessels within the PNP's time, and there were Cornwall, EHMJ's Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. Those boats was badly need a repair. And all we were doing was fixing engine. Sometimes we only have one boat serviceable, and we can't even make the shoreline people them know say, "I one boat we have. We have the stage boat. We have to use boat a pull boat." And when the Jamaica Labour Party come into power, they send our, and let me say this: the woman that's leading the Jamaica Defense Force Coast Guard right now And she not get that position because she a woman. She's a leader and she have done so much for the Jamaica Defence Force before she become the leader of the Jamaica Defence Force. She beg, she beg and she borrow and she plea and she deserve her position. She fly go one place and then we buy the boat them. And the price what them a give the boat for, she ball it down like a real Jamaican. And we get 3 boats, and from that we continue and get boat. We get a lot of improvement. We get helicopter on the Jamaica Labour Party. And as I said, I'm not associating myself with no party, but I see drastic infrastructure improvement. We got bases. We are living on we're sleeping on cots. Back mash up all of them stuff there. And since the Jamaica Labour Party come in, they have put so much into the security force. And I have to say I appreciate them. Infrastructure have grown. There's a lot of stuff that I see happen under this party. And I have to give them my respect. Points to note, there's some stuff that I see and journalists do that I will disagree with and totally disagree with, but I have to give them their flowers. And that's my point.
Come back, Triple X.
Beat that Triple X.
Me can ask a question when him done?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your contribution.
You need to talk or no? My time?
You can answer to that Triple X and then we have Bud Spencer.
All right. Now, as I'm said before, and I continue to say, I must commend the Jamaica Labour Party for the infrastructural development that they have done. And you notice what the man said? The female officer that is in charge, because poor leadership is poor leadership and good leadership is good leadership. The officer that is in charge, I don't know if she's political leader, I don't know if she was an appointee based off a political animus. He said that she was not appointed because of of her sex. She was appointed because she was competent and capable to do the work. That's why she was appointed. And he said that she was a key component in the negotiation of the in procuring the vessels that were needed and providing the necessary and getting, because what happened was it wasn't the procurement of the Jamaica Labour Party that got them 3 boats. It's her negotiation skills and her
Who provide the money? The government. You can't go around the corner and defend all you want. The money that come from the government.
Let me just say this one thing. If you give me $10, well, one second. If you give me $10 triple and tell me if I can buy a pound of flour, and the pound of flour for $12, and me ball down, and true, me not have the $12, me ball down the flour to $10. Who get the praises same way?
The person who negotiated.
But I will provide.
Permanent secretary.
I can ask you a question, sir. I can ask you a question.
These
The
are the
person who
people
was in
who
charge.
work.
Hold on, sir. Hold on.
These are the people who spend government money. So when you see certain times some misappropriation of funds and all of that, at them we have to go to. So now the politician we must blame it on. The politician them see if the money is spent according to what. But at the CEO, they must spend the money. The accountable officers.
And them
So you see the other day when you see that $1.6 trillion going missing, those are the people who we should ask about the money. Because there are 17 accountable officers in government that has to sign off and checks and so you see that even at 1.6 trillion, that is over not just JLP period but PMP period as well.
Okay.
But the CEO and permanent secretary, etc., they sometimes do not. Sometimes they go and leave. Sometimes they retire, and we can't see where the money was spent.
You can answer questions.
So you see that woman in the JDF who has said, okay, we are negotiate this, the money I spend this. These are accounts. She's more transparent and trustworthy. You know, if the politician them now run with the 1.6 million, the PMP politician and only the blogger them are run with it.
Miss, me can say something?
Foolishness.
You can say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can say something? No. If me have a picnic and you have a picnic, and the two picnic go to somebody's yard, go thief the mango, the man come over. If me look at my pitney and say, you know, say wrong, for thief the mango, and then you look at your pitney and say, why you make triple X pitney influence you for thief mango? Which one do you think have the better parenting style? Or which one do you think are hold the child accountable for the wrong with them do?
My pitney go pay for what him do because I have juvie. Me I
Yes,
bring him in front of court, him have
me
juvie.
not talk about going front of
No.
court. Listen what listen
No,
what
you
I ask
have
you.
juvenile division.
Hold
Listen,
on, miss. Hold on,
you have
listen.
juvie, I have child court.
Right.
Me I
Here,
carry them there.
can you actually listen to what I ask
Me I
you
carry them.
first? Can you listen to what I ask you first before you answer? Me just ask you, this have nothing to do with politics right now. Me ask you a personal question. If me and you have two picnic, and both of our children jump some of the fence and thief them mango, when the person reports that the mangoes were stolen by these two gentlemen, and I reprimand my child for stealing the mango, and instead of you reprimanding your child, when you sit down, you cuss your picnic, or talk to your picnic, you ask your picnic, why you follow triple X picnic, go thief mango, instead of reprimanding your child for the actions that he did, irrespective of the fact whether you feel like I follow my picnic or not, you look on him and blame my picnic for the reason why he was over there stealing.
Oh, this
Which
can't
one
me
of
not
us?
understand
Let
the
me answer your
question
question,
because I'm answer it
Triple.
already and
Triple,
a
let me
politics
answer
we
your
talk.
question.
Oh my
Because
God.
as I say in the chat, they said, Triple, do you even answer questions? Do
I,
I,
I have been trying to answer questions all morning, but as soon as I start answer a question, I start attack me. I say I'm alone over here against
you
all
know,
the
so
whole
Triple, you
different
really got
about
a PNP
it. See
school, you
me.
know. Them really teach you, you know.
Teach me
You got
how.
rooted and
The
grounded, you
deflect from
know.
the question them.
Every PNP will come on the platform, I see them way then deviate from questions and
The
try to
point, the
ask
point
one
that I'm trying
question
to make,
upon
all
that.
right, hold on there. The point that I've been trying to make is this. I have, because Uno sent me a PMP. See, I have been, the whole time I've been here, I have not
No,
downplayed
I know, Uno say
anything.
no. You said it on
Okay.
Info's live the other
No,
day.
no,
Say
no, no,
you
no, no, no,
support
no,
the
no, no.
PNP
I did not say that
because
I
of
am
Michael
PNP.
Manley. You said
No,
it.
You say
And
triple X, I
we
did
can
call,
drop
remember
the
say I did
recording, you
call
know,
a
my friend.
PNP now, you say me say you're a PNP boy, you remember?
You did say me a PMP boy, but I am not a PMP.
No,
I
remember
just
say
simply
boy,
just
me say you're a
accept it for
PNP.
argument's sake. You understand? Because those we can be able to have a civil discussion, but just play devil's advocate and just say, okay. You understand? So we can have a civil, because it makes no sense to argue and shout,
Why
and we
you
try
tell
to
lie upon
nail
yourself say
our
you
point
support the
fingers,
PNP
because
then?
that is counterproductive to the point. The point that I'm trying to say is this. Why is it that me are the only person upon Yasso, we can look on the side where only say me a part of, and me can say, yes, that side, it should be held accountable for all the wrong that they have done. But it seems like none of una have the foresight, and none of una can
All
actually
right,
see the wrong that your
triple
party
X,
has done.
me I
So you
ask you one
basically say
question.
una party omnipresent and
Hold on,
omnipotent.
me I ask you one
No
question,
wrong.
triple X. As the host of the show, and then we'll go about Spencer, but me I ask you and give you a chance to respond. I want you to point to one specific thing that this government has done that you see as being wrong in your eyes. Just one thing me ask you.
All right. All right. Now, let me put something very simple. You might find it futile. I have to do something very simple. In a COVID, in COVID, when when the entire all of the developing countries were getting monies to help to combat COVID or help to alleviate some of the strain on the country of COVID, when other countries were using the money to help in social interventions for persons, what did our government use the money to do? Or what was the protocol that our government was doing? Our government were fining persons, charging persons for actually not wearing a mask, charging persons fine, locking up persons, and then something, and purchased vehicles, handcuffs, and all the other amenities needed to arrest persons or to hold persons, to confine persons during that time. That
All
I think
right,
that
so
was
me ask the question.
gross
So me answer
mismanagement.
you. Me ask the question. So me answer you. So one,
Okay.
the military vehicles them that gonna sit on the ship where them say Andrew buy in a COVID. those were on our walk because they were passing by. We have one of the
We're
biggest.
not talking about the military vehicles, sir. We're talking about the buses and the trucks.
No, the buses was there before and the trucks was
No,
there.
the buses and trucks came during COVID, sir.
See? No, them was there. They were planned for. They were
They
bought
were during the second
Dujan,
half.
Dujan,
Hold on,
you're in the
Cassie.
UK. You're in the UK, Dujan. Tell us how they handled COVID in the UK
So-
as a developed, not just a developing, but a developed country.
So in the UK, I was a key worker, but I still needed a letter from my employer to show to the police that I could be on the street. And should I not have that letter, even if I'm on my way to work, if I never had that letter stamped and signed, I would have been fined £10,000 or arrested. You know, I had to wear a mask wherever I go in public. I had to wear a mask. Lots of people was being arrested. Even in churches, people was having churches and people was being arrested in church in England. And there are clips and YouTube that you can find things. So and basically England was saying they didn't have enough ventilators. They didn't have enough ventilators to accommodate everybody. So them can't. Same like Jamaica, never have enough bed space, we never have enough ventilator. And 500,000 people died in England, from COVID. So all Andrew Holness was saying, listen, we do not have the resources, we just get some money to start build out the sectors now. So we just lock down, please. And he did give out care packages along with $10,000 and $15,000 payments to the poorest in society. Persons like Triple X wouldn't have needed it because Triple X, in his right, is a millionaire.
In my right, is a millionaire. Okay.
Dishan, and that if you said to him, man, if you tell him, so the needs of them a fight against it, to prevent people from getting the money in them account. A lot of people never get to collect the money because, but Spencer, me I watch a long time, but me just had to say this. Sorry.
The what do you fight against?
The needs. Where everybody a fight against the same system that America has and the same system that is preventing people from being able to effectively collect the resources now that is available after burial, and the same situation happening in COVID. A lot of people couldn't get... Hold on. Me never say you. I never say you. I say Uno. All right. The others. Okay. So the issue is people don't have accounts. People don't have ways to collect the money, right? So in order, them always have to go insert in spaces to collect the money, and that was one of the main reasons a lot of people never got the resources that they needed, especially the money, right? A lot of people don't. It doesn't matter what it is, Triple. It don't matter what it is. Jamaica is not a rich country. It is.
Buy bus and truck and them sitting there could have.
But you don't. Let me ask you a question, and this is me. I see last time. Triple. Hold on, people. Hold on. Because I go to Bud Spencer. Hold on. More I go to Bud Spencer. Triple. Did you see the information? Because COVID, you say we buy bus in a COVID and whatever. Nothing never happened in a COVID. Do you have that data to prove to the people them that the Jamaica government did buy it during COVID?
It was handed over during
Do you
COVID.
have the information?
It was stated in press conferences that these were purchased, and it was on news. I personally recall.
But triple in every country. But triple, that is triple.
Anything from there, I have been talking nothing but facts from there.
If the country needs the vehicle to prevent people from, you rather did have what New York having a Jamaica, or you rather the prevention, or you rather the government buy some vehicle?
First of all,
no, it's a yes or no question.
Hold on, miss. What caused the outbreak of COVID in Jamaica? What caused the massive spread of COVID? At what
That's
point
not what I asked you, though.
Massive spread of COVID.
That's not my question, though.
The election that was called in a COVID.
That is not my question.
Let me answer him question.
You're asking me.
You see them like a backdoor party they want to keep.
People ego is so big.
You see the backdoor party they want to keep.
Ego big.
The backdoor party.
Answer everybody. I want to answer me ego big.
A lot of dance.
Everybody chill out. Everybody chill out. We hear from Bud Spencer. Go ahead,
Are
Bud
the
Spencer.
backdoor parties on it that keep here?
One
I did
voice.
a
One
message about
voice.
it.
Yeah,
One
man. Go ahead,
voice.
Bud Spencer. Go ahead.